So hello and welcome, I'm Frederick Dunn and this is The Way to Be. Today I'm going to show you a quick tip, and this tip was promised to a viewer that asked a while ago, how do I dehydrate my honey, what is my setup? So if you get honey off your hives that's too warm, if it's too moist, too much water in it, you're going to have to dry it out. So I use a grow tent. Sure, why not? VivoSun, 48 inches wide, 24 front to back, and 60 inches tall. I put a dehumidifier in here. Now this doesn't get used just for honey dehumidification. You can of course unzip the tent, leave it open, and use it to dry out your basement. I also have a little space heater in here because it gets very cold down here in wintertime, other times of the year. And this will bring it up to right around 111 degrees Fahrenheit, and I leave it set just for that. You can clamp fans to the ceiling, and there are pipes to do that. I also keep my plug-in system up there well out of the way of any drips or spills. I want that off the bottom. This is a self-contained system. If you do spill on the bottom, the way the VivoSun is made, nothing leaks out of it, so you can clean it up later. I have a metal rack here. Open racks are best because the air moves freely through it. And I just collected this honey from my apiary, and there's about 5 gallons of honey in the 7-gallon bucket. I highly recommend that you process your honey just as quick as possible because you don't want it to become solidified or crystallized in a big bucket like this. So we want to get it into jars. Now that's the sensor inside the tent, which is part of the ambient weather network. The readout that I just showed is part of my backyard weather station, and this is just a sensor that you can use as an add-on. So this shows the interior of the tent. There's a nice metal framework. And you know what's great about this? This entire thing is under $100, meaning the VivoSun tent with nothing else. So very inexpensive. You can get a bigger one, but smaller ones give you greater control. So I highly recommend it. The zippers are made really well. I leave it zipped up even when nothing's going on because I have a desiccant bucket inside, and I keep that environment in there dry all the time, whether I'm dehydrating honey or not. This is what the damp-rid buckets look like. You can get those at your home centers, Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever. You open it up and it also keeps your basement nice and dry, no musty, no mold. We want to avoid that. Now this is a drip tray that came from an old Pierce uncapping tank, and I think it's really important if you're going to put frames in this. Sometimes when it warms up and you forget about it, they can start to drip honey. This one's dripping through the valve where it connects to the bucket. And you just want to collect it. You don't want to mess. And so you'll get that. This is my refractometer. This is the high-tech refractometer that inspectors use called the Misco Palm Abbey 2. You can use any refractometer. I highly recommend that you get some kind of refractometer so you know the moisture content of your honey. This is made in the United States by Misco.com. It's battery operated. The batteries last for years. So when you get the honey and you're going to test it, you cover the entire window there. You close the lid, and it's as easy as this. You just push the go button on it, and it's going to read the exact moisture percentage of the honey that you put in there. And we're at 15.4%. My target is anything under 18%. And that's just perfect. Now, while it's at 111 degrees Fahrenheit, we want to run it through, and of course I use a stainless steel screen also, just an extra precaution. There don't seem to be any particulates in this. And this was just harvested on August the 27th. So while it's warm, it fills the jars fast. You can cut your jar filling time in half easily. If you let it cool down, it's just a lot more work. And then at the very end, I just tipped the bucket on its side. I made a little wooden holder for that, little cradle. And we can get, these little giveaway size jars just with a little fuzzy stuff at the end. Anyway, I hope the quick tip was helpful, and I hope you're having some thoughts about how to dry down your honey and have a controlled space in which to do it. I'm Frederick Dunn, and this has been The Way to Be Quick Tip.